Can we give Bounding in the comics some credit here? They catch James Gunn in a whole complete BS lie, and they're calling him out for it. Let's take a look. Now, I don't want to take away from Bounding in the Comics' article. It was just really funny reading this, and I think you guys should be aware of it. I will go through some of it. These guys definitely deserve the views for this one. So shout out to John F. Trent and everybody else at Bounding into Comics, because this is really good. And they're one of the few sites out there that actually calls out different industries for their BS. DC Studios CEO James Gunn, who also happens to be the writer and director for the upcoming failure that is Star Wars. Wow, oh wow, that was a slip of the tongue. Whew. Who happens to be writer and director for the upcoming Superman Legacy film, recently stated he was never making any young Superman movie, despite previously asserting the reason he canned Henry Cavill was due to his age. What have I been saying? On this channel, I have said multiple times I do not trust James Gunn. He is full of it, and I've known people like him, and they're all the freaking same. Every single one of them. Back in December 2022, Gunn seemed to make it crystal clear that his main reason for firing Henry Cavill from the role of Superman was because of his age. He posted on Twitter, "In the initial stages, our story will be focusing on the earlier parts of Superman's life, so the character will not be played by Henry Cavill." Among those, you can see right here the tweet. Shout out Bounding in the Comics for doing all the legwork on this one. Guys, I really hate to do this to you. I'm going to send as many people your way as I can. I only got 29 subscribers, but the day after noting this movie was focusing on early part of Superman's life, Gunn asserted that Henry was fired because he's a different age. You can again see this tweet here. In response to another user questioning Gunn's narrative that the film was not an origin story, Gunn asserted he's not meeting the major characters for the first time either. He's merely younger. I like this. I like this tweet. Son, you said what it will be. Him meeting people for the first time is an origin story. How much did Disney pay you to screw over one thing DC had going for it? He's not meeting the major characters for the first time either. He's merely young. Are you not? So James Gunn just ignored the fact that somebody said Marvel was paying him to screw over DC? Suspicious! This is so stupid! Henry Cavill is Superman! He is he looks the part. He plays the part. If you look at the way he acts in interviews, he is Superman. He is Clark Kent. He is the one person in Hollywood who hasn't tried to make fans look like toxic buttholes, you know? Come on! However, by the end of January, Gunn had begun attempting to shift the narrative he initially created around why Henry Cavill was fired. First, he told Hollywood Reporter Cavill was fired despite Cavill cameoing in Black Adam as Superman, and then announcing his return for the character on Instagram. A little over a month after that initial announcement, Cavill would inform his followers he would not be returning to his role. Gunn said, "We didn't fire Henry. Henry was never cast." For me, it's about who do I want to cast as Superman, and who do the filmmakers we have want to cast? And for me, this was not Henry. As for why he said what he said, I like Henry. I think he's a great guy. I think he's getting dicked around by a lot of people, including the former regime at this company, but this Superman is not Henry for a number of reasons. He's getting dicked around by you. Gunn would eventually cast David Cornsweet to play Superman. At the time of casting announcement, he was 29. However, he has since turned 30. Henry Cavill had just turned 40. Cornsweet's casting and Gunn's clear shift of the narrative, it was already looking like something else was the motivation factor for why Henry Cavill was fired from Superman aside from his age, given Hollywood routinely has older actors play younger and younger actors play older. It's acting after all. Gunn would completely shift the narrative in a response to a fan asking about Jamie Reyes. Gunn said, "I was never making a younger Superman movie, just a Superman movie." That is a bold-faced lie. We just went over some of the evidence, and this is infuriating. For whatever reason, because Henry Cavill is the last true male figure in Hollywood, they want nothing to do with him. He is He is Superman. His figure, his stature, the way he presents himself, he is Superman. Even if he was not Superman, let's be honest here. Even if he was not Superman, he should be James Bond. He should be the biggest actor in Hollywood right now. He has sophistication. He has appeal. He has that it factor on screen that only a few other actors actually have. The last time I've seen an actor with his kind of draw and appeal was Catherine Zeta-Jones in the 90s. This is just bogus. The guys over at Bound in the Comics did a really good job. You guys should definitely go over. I'll leave a link in the description below. Take a look at the full article. I mean, this is just bogus. This is just honestly bogus. But that's just me. Let me know what you guys think about this in the comments below, and I'll talk to you guys later.